What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. This is the first stream in, I don't know, 3 weeks. Probably about 3 weeks. Been about 3 weeks. Lots been going on. I'm tired a lot and I need to rest. But that's okay. I've got a video coming out tomorrow, so don't fret. I'm still here. I'm still relevant. I'm still around, I swear. How about that? How about all the stuff that just dropped? How about all the DLC, all the content creator packs? Right? The what's the other one? Free update, the free roads. We're gonna check that out today because it's pretty crazy actually what they've given us. But everyone, thanks for being here. I'm Yumble. Welcome in. Richard, Tony, Elaine, Ewan, Ked, AM, Astro, Fizzy. I'm trying to get everybody. Let's see if I can do it. Robert, Jesse, Vodka Lime, Crazy Sonoran, welcome in. Jan, the Doctor. Let me see, who, it was somebody's first stream I saw as well. What does Yumble stand for? My name used to be Yumbledore, which is a reference to Dumbledore from Harry Potter. It was my gamer tag for years, right? Volk, thanks for being here. I cut it in half. I cut Yumbledore in half and got Yumble. That's how it goes. Jan, it's your first stream. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everyone whose first stream it is. Shout out to everyone who's coming back. Thanks for your patience in these last few weeks. I made some videos, though. Came out with some stuff. I've just had to kind of take it easy. I don't know. There's something about, like, the weather changing where I just kind of get, like... So I'm in kind of the eastern, like, mid-Atlantic U.S., we're transitioning into winter right now where it's like often kind of cold, and there's something about it that makes me want to like rest more. Sonoran. What did I say? Oh, Sonoran. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. This is the last stream you've watched, my goodness. Brian, welcome in. Hello from Utah. Scott, thanks for being here. Volk, that's what I'm waiting on too. So Volk pointed out that there's still no large asymmetrical roads built into City Skylines, and I think that's the biggest opportunity. Like the largest missed opportunity in the game right now probably is larger asymmetrical roads, right? Some alternate configurations. I want a 3+7. I'll be real with you. I want a 3+7 road because I think that's very flexible for interchanges and stuff. Too dark out. Yeah, it gets dark at 5 now, right? How has the new content affected all the neat mods? It mostly hasn't. The last update, Plazas and Promenades, was really dramatic. Sorry about that. My Steam was closed. The last update was really dramatic. The current one was really quite easy and painless, and I didn't really have to, like, change anything to make it happen. Tim, welcome in. You wish they would add more tram roads. Oh, yeah. That person got their wish because there's tons of tram roads now. Do I speak Spanish? Not really. No. Like, bad. Poorly. You really hoping it was going to be in the update? Yeah, it is. Tram roads? Tram roads are good to go, by the way, if that's what you're talking about. Oh, you were hoping for a 4+3 or a 4+2. I would kill for like a 4+2 in vanilla. When I say 4+2, here's what I'm talking about. 4+2. You can see I've searched this like crazy. 4+2, the best one is going to be the replacement road. These are good too. I do like the Ultimate American pack. But for something a bit more something a bit more typical, I would go with the Vanilla Plus. Vanilla Plus. Let's search this and see what happens. Vanilla Plus roads. Excuse me. Where's roads? There we go. Finding stuff is really hard. I'd be better off Googling this, I'm sure. All the new bike roads, that's not one of them, but that just reminded me. Crazy new bike roads for free, crazy new tram roads for free. In tomorrow's video, I say it, the stock for, the stock on After Dark and, what's the other one? Snowfall just went way up. Their stock just went crazy. Because, like, you need those mods to run bikes and tram. So now that we have a bunch of extra bikes and tram roads, buy those DLC. They're very much worth it. 2+3 and 2+4 would be nice. I agree. Yeah, both would be great. I'm looking for something specific right now. Here, I'm just going to Google it. A 2+4 median road. Oh, it's not Vanilla Plus, actually. The one I'm thinking of is, let me see. I'll show you in a second. For a median road workshop. It's by Silas. Here we go. This is the right, I'm on the right track. Complete list. Here we go. There's a 2+4 or a 4+2 somewhere in here. Like, these two roads I still recommend using. I actually, everyone, I unsubscribed from all my mods, which is nutty, but oh, there is a 3+4 in here. Oh, cool. Okay, 3+4, 3+5, I love. I really wish we had these vanilla, though. There's a 2+4 in this pack, if I'm not mistaken. 1+2, 2+4. This one. I mean, here, just so you can get to, like, this road is way overpowered. Really, really great network. So for turn lanes and stuff, if you're looking to do, like, a perfect intersection, I would say this is, like, the perfect road. I wish that there was no parking on it, but beggars can't be choosers. That's how it goes. I put the link to this in the chat just now. But the benefit is, if you've seen any of my videos, you already know this, but the benefit is you get a dedicated left turn lane, a dedicated right turn lane, assuming it's a four-way intersection, and then 2 through lanes, which are then received by the 2 lanes on the other side. So 2+4 is like the perfect, like, intersection, in my opinion. Big Roads does not have a 2+4. No, absolutely not. It has a 2+3, or yeah, it has a 2+3, but no 2+4, which is unfortunate, right? I wish that Big Urban was a bit more complete as well, though that is the best road pack overall, in my opinion. But I'm biased because it's an American road pack. Excuse me. Surprised they fit parking on there. I would prefer larger sidewalks rather than the parking. I would prefer anything that's not parking, because in principle, I don't think cars should be parking here. If there is an actual intersection with a turn lane, it's totally not necessary. But I also like 3+5 and 3+4 for interchanges, so you have that flexibility if you need, like, some crazy asymmetrical road, right? But yeah, so here, that's not why we're here though. I'm just riffing on all the fun stuff that I like. This is, by the way, the whole pack is Network Extensions 2 Roads Replacement Complete List. So if you're not using network extensions, good job. I don't recommend network extensions because it's not compatible with a few current mods. But yeah, this is a very good place to start. If you want the roads from network extensions, but you don't want to subscribe to it, then great. Aren't the skyscrapers mostly what we have had in mods? I'm not sure what you mean, Daniel. Say it again, but differently. You love Big Urban. You wish they unlocked earlier. Yeah. Do they have bus turnouts? They do. I think all of these do, if I'm not mistaken. All of these, like, add a bus lane. So anyway, here's Wonderwall. Let's load up the darn game. I was going to check the workshop, but I don't think I want anything from the workshop because I just unsubscribed from all. How many of you know how to do this? Here. 1 second. 1 second. Is the music too loud for anybody? 1 second, this is loading. No, Denzi, the mods work fine. The mods work great. My game, I didn't have to change any mods that I'm aware of. All right, here's the trick. If you ever want to purge your mods, go to the workshop. This is just the City Skylines workshop. Go to subscribed items. So under your workshop files, the drop down here, subscribed items, it gives you a button, unsubscribe from all. The only mods that I'm using currently are the mods from my list. So I have a collection. It's actually in the description if you want it. It's in the description of this video. Which, by the way, you can like this video if you want. If you want to like this video, that'll tell YouTube that, hey, people like this. And, you know, maybe they'll want to come hang out and look at these cool new roads and stuff. So anyway, I resubscribed to my collection and I got Porto Paciano, excuse my pronunciation, Nemesis LUT, and Daylight Classic. I keep going back and forth on Daylight Classic. I've decided I do like it, at least with this stuff. Daylight Classic helps clean up the visuals quite a bit. I've been like bouncing around on that though. I've been all over the place with visuals. Music is good? Okay, good. Zelda, welcome in. What music? Exactly. Good. Or use load order tool. I do. I use it to change the load order. The Vanilla DLC Skyscrapers pack. That is not vanilla. It's paid. It's paid is the fact. Anyway, let's do this. I'm going to pick a map. Something newer, preferably. Something somewhat new. We'll go with, like... Here, what's everyone's favorite... I like the idea of islands. Gondola Islands? European map theme. Eh. As long as I can control the zonings well. I just got that new zoning mod. You know, zoning districts? Whatever it's called. There's a new version of it. So you can change the building theme by district. Murky Coast. There's so many vanilla maps that I haven't played. It's just crazy. Like, I haven't played on any of these. The Sunset Harbor maps, not a single one. Eden Valley. These were the Green Cities DLC. H91, welcome in. You asked a question about roundabouts. I wasn't able to answer it. Maybe someday I'll do a roundabout pack, and we'll have ploppable roundabouts in-game. Like, maybe I'll get it on the workshop and put some maps up there. Jersey, welcome in. Never have a zipper road like on U.S. bridges? Oh, goodness. 10 minutes. You're just dropping by to say hello. Stuart, I appreciate it. Thank you. Here, let's look at one of these. Oracle Lake. Gondola Islands, I keep looking at it, but I want to switch it to temperate instead. Just so it doesn't zone in European buildings, because it's too, like, pigeonholed into a style. Would I recommend an SSD? Yes. That can no longer store the volume. What do you mean no longer store the volume? I would recommend running enough... Ignore what's going on here. It's not going to matter. These are all my assets. These are all my workshop assets that I'm, like... that are trying to load, and they're going to fail, but it's okay. I got rid of everything else. 78 custom assets. That's an all-time low for me, I think. Are you talking about RAM? Jason, welcome in. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for saying hi. I would recommend upgrading your RAM or operating within your RAM limitations. So turn off all the DLC you can afford to. Uninstall anything you don't need. Slim down everything. The game will work better and load faster anyway, so slim it down. Dimitri, my PC specs are in my About page. I'm running a i7 8700K and an RTX 2060. Is this going to look all crazy? Wait a second. Oh, God. One second. Let's fix this. I've been doing so much with visuals lately that it's all become second nature. I don't know why this is doing what it's doing, but that's a good start. And render it. I'm going to turn down the intensity there and then turn up the exposure. And this should fix pretty much everything. I think this will look... Yeah, there it is. That's approximately how I want it to look. Like, just quick and dirty. I was messing with this earlier. I'm not sure why my changes weren't retained, but... Oh my god. Look at that span. Look at that, the mainland factories, presumably, which keep disappearing. Are these a prop or a building? Probably props. Everything looks good except for those buildings. Hopefully this one doesn't mess up too. This one's probably messing up because it's outside of the 25 tiles area. I could be wrong though. What is that color scheme? Greg, thank you. Greg, welcome back. Welcome one and all. Thank you. Thank you. Shiva, I'm doing great. How are you today? All good here. All good. Yeah, H91. I just need the time to do it. Increase the page file if you can. No, I think that you should operate within your means on RAM. I think you should work with what you have in terms of RAM. And I don't think you should rely on the page file. That's my answer to that question. My honest answer. The pea soup, yeah. Causeway. Is that what this is? A causeway? Interesting. Well, anyway, let's check out these roads. This is crazy. So obviously, like, we've been looking at these. Like, we all know about the plazas and promenades and all the crazy networks that come with that. Very nice stuff. I love that they all come in 3 different skins. Like, I love that there's different visuals for those. And that's great. And then, of course, there are the new roads that came with the plazas and promenades update. I would include this in there. What else? The non-parking two-way road. Very, very cool. Other stuff, I'm sure. Other things. Yep, that's all great. New 4-lane road came out last month or 2 months ago. A little 4-lane road. How about 3-lane one-way? 4-lane one-way? Fantastic. Built into the game. But it gets even better. Everybody, if you haven't booted up City Skylines recently, get involved. Get on here. Under the Bikes tab. Check it out. Bike lane with median built into the game. Bike lane with trees built into the game. Like, just awesome. How about Tram? This isn't the first, this isn't the last Tram network we're going to talk about, but Tram plus Bikes is a bit of a winner in my opinion. There are some other crucial Tram updates. It's going to be really, really good. Tired of all the Vanillia uniques. Yeah. I have Skyscrapers too. It's really, really good actually. It's extremely good. After the update, you purged a bunch of assets? Me too. Oh, no. I unsubscribed from everything. I hit the unsub all button. How about this, everybody? One-way 3-lane road with bike lane. Is there a 2-lane version of this? That's a bit unfortunate that there isn't, actually. It's just occurred to me that there's not a... next song. It's occurred to me that there's not a 2-lane with bike lane road. Because I kinda am not a huge fan of the 3-lane with one-way. Sorry, 3-lane with bike lane. One-way, that's a lot of lanes of traffic to be a cyclist next to, right? But 2 lanes seems manageable, and you can make a fine turbo roundabout with that. So I really wish... I guess the answer is actually probably to just do a filler. Like, you could just fill this in, I suppose. It would be a pain to have to do this, but... that would be the solution, essentially. And then just disallow traffic from entering here. So that's your 2-lane one-way with bike lane. If you need it. If you need it, intersection marking tool can kind of facilitate. Perfect for a roundabout. Yeah, I wish there was a 2-lane one-way with bike lane. I think we missed it. Fredneck, welcome back. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's me, Bringer of Fire. Welcome in, Dallas. Or Dallas, perhaps. A few years ago, made a road with everything. Yeah, that was Bad Peanut, I think. Bad Peanut did some crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. What else do we have? So we're still on bike lanes, bike roads. So how about a bike road with median? Sorry, with grass median and tree median. These are new. These require after dark because they are bike roads. This one's confusing to me. This one doesn't seem to need any DLC, but it's still a bike lane road, so I really don't know how that works. Everything was crashed again. My transition was totally fine. I didn't have to do anything. Bikes, trams, 6-lane road. This is the craziest network, though. Look at this. 6-lane road with tram tracks, bus, and bicycle lanes. Look at that. Look at that. So what it actually is, I was thinking on this, making the video about this, making the expose, and I had to like check for myself, but the bus lane would be shared in this situation. So the bus lane is also a right turn lane for right turning traffic. My color's kind of blown out right now. Let me turn this down like a click or two and render it. Yeah, we'll do that. It'll be a little easier on the eyes. 6-lane roads with tram tracks? Yeah, exactly. This, the ultimate road. Yeah, so I thought this was good. It's a bit much. There's a lot going on, but I like the synergy that you'd get with something like this, where you have a multimodal, like bike lane, bus lane, and tram all in one. It's not my favorite tram network, though. I imagine that that's good for, better for buses or like buses and cyclists. Let's demo everything like this, actually. It's a bit more practical. I like this a lot. I like this. Do the trams in the center and the cyclists on the outside and keep them totally separate with like the semi-protected bike lane. Love it. Really good. Ewan, thank you. I appreciate it. Member milestone. Thank you. Thanks for the support. Where do the users queue in the bike lane? I'm not sure. But I like this one. I think this is a much more balanced arrangement than the one with the buses. And I like that the trams are in the center. So because of that, if I'm not mistaken, you wind up with a dedicated... oh, shoot. I just want to see the stops. You wind up with... yeah, the stops go in the center. Wait, what am I doing? The stops go in the center, which means pedestrians will cross to get to the middle. Which I think is better, somehow. Like, keep the trams in the middle of the road. That's where they're going to be least intrusive when compared to cars. I feel like a tram on the outside blocking the right turn is not as good somehow. Or it's just very situational. Everything looks good. Looks very, very good. But I prefer this. I'd rather have the stations be in the center of the road, keep the cyclists on the outside, not have the trams and the cyclists right next to each other, let pedestrians and cyclists cross to get to the station. I think that's good. Dave, I'm good. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I heard you were traveling. Hope things are good, Dave. You much prefer median-based trams? Me too. Exactly. Yeah, median-based trams are the way to go, in my opinion. Everything is so darn bright right now. Better with half crossings? Yeah, half crossings is the way to go. Volk, thank you. I appreciate it. Curvy Swervy, YUMBLicorp. Thanks for the support, Volk. You're curious what the transition... Yeah, it's not bad, actually. I've looked at that. So the transition, if you will, that's what it ends up looking like. Here, let's... There we go. Oh, what you want to see, though, is different. Hold on. That. So it's not bad, really. The node is huge. The space is huge, so that's what the transition looks like if you look at the tracks. I wonder if they redid these tracks, because these look cleaner than they used to. But yeah, they just... The network connects there. The lane connects there. Really easy. Okay, Dave, I got you. I got you. Soothing stream to fall asleep at? Thank you. It's not the first time I've heard that. Can use a pedestrian bridge for the stations, too. I'm not a big fan of pedestrian stations. Pedestrian... I'm not a big fan of elevated pedestrian paths, is what I'm trying to say. Elevated pedestrian paths kind of... I don't know, they bug me. Like, you shouldn't need them except in a real, like, hard, like, downtown situation. Or if it's, like, a major station or something. If there's a really major crossing, yes. But I don't want to jump to that unnecessarily is the thing. I really don't. I want to keep everything, like, as inexpensive as possible. Because inexpensive looking is also realistic looking in most situations. So check it out. These are free. Free tram, pedestrian tram road. This is my favorite one. I like the dark gray. Yeah, that's really nice. So this is pedestrian, for your pedestrian areas. You can have a tram operating in them, which is fantastic. Yeah, the tracks look better than they used to, I think. At least on these networks, the tracks look good. The wires look the same to me. The cables overhead, but the tracks look a lot better. Alex, welcome in. What happens when the two different tram type roads meet, but not at an intersection? Mid-street turn in from one another. The same as any tram road, I suppose. I mean, it would just do that. It would make some sort of shape. Oh, geez. The bus texture and the tram texture glancing off one another is very, very cool, actually. But that makes a lot of sense that it would work that way. Okay. That one's not quite as good. That one's great. That one's great. Yeah. Really, really nice. How about a 4-lane road with bus lanes? I like that a lot, because you have independent... Well, this is still shared as a turn lane, depending on how you set it up. But that's useful, I think. You just built your city with separate tram line with walking paths beside. That's good, too. It just takes a lot of space, generally. It kills a lot of zoning potential. Whereas this type of arrangement, if you're using these tram roads... we're about to get to my favorite one also, by the way. My favorite tram network. But we haven't finished buses yet. Like big bus roads. Quite a big spot in the middle there. It looks much better if you use the same thing. Ooh. It just swaps it out for pavement if you don't use the same thing all around. It looks way better if you just use the same style network all around, doesn't it? Huh. This is the 4-lane road with bus lanes. I can't remember if this is Vanillia or not. Like, honestly, it all blends together at this point. Pedestrian tram road? Yeah. Pedestrian tram road solves so many problems. We already saw this one. This is my favorite. My favorite new Vanilla crazy network. How about a bus lane, like a 6-lane bus lane road with a median? I think that's really nice. How many of you have had this problem? I can't seem to figure this out. Why this network for me specifically, this is the bus highway. Like highway with express lane for buses. Why does it do this? That's Vanilla? Oh, okay. Bus tram underground stops. Oh, geez. Yeah, has anyone observed this? Any tips? Any tips for someone who's just trying to understand what the heck is going on? Because I don't know if it's a mod conflict. I don't know if it's like that's much better, but that's not highway. Oh, it is. It's expressway. This is bus expressway ramp. These are all... Oh, cool. I love the texture on this. Figure that one out. I guess that probably makes the most sense. Yeah, the texture is really, really good. Like the way that the node is handling the different connections. Very, very interesting. My highways are broken, though. Does anyone see this? Has anyone seen that? Supposed to have more express lanes for commuter buses. Yeah, you're probably right. It's free-for-all highway, right? There's no markings. There's 2 lanes with no markings. Good luck, everybody else. It's not bugged in Vanilla, so something's bugged in one of your mods, I guess. Okay. Well, that makes me sad in a small way, but it's all right. So that's it for buses. How about one thing before we go from buses? This type of network is underrated. This came with mass transit. Really, really great. It's just a 2-lane road with buses on the outside. So it's 4-lane, really, if you include the bus lanes. But pedestrians walk down the center. So it's kind of a walkable center avenue for buses to connect to. Or for buses to use. I think there should be more wide, pedestrian-oriented roads, because it's interesting. This one amounts to a 4-lane road with no parking by the end, though. Bus, tram, bike, 6-lane road. This is the ideal road. You may not like it. This is what peak performance looks like. Yep. It's something. No, Dave, this was a free update. We got a bunch of new roads. I have a video about it coming out tomorrow. So the trams, the trams and the bikes are the 2 craziest ones in my opinion. Of course, we already saw these. We already saw this type of tram network, which is really beautiful. The pedestrian/tram type network. How about a 2-lane road with median and trams shared? This is quite the mess of tracks. I guess this is what the world looked like in like 1900. Pre-automobile intersection of a tram crossing. This is my... Oh, not this one. 2 more and it's my favorite one. It's behind my head. My favorite one. So this is a tram plus bike road where automobiles share the lane. But there's also a median, which is pretty cool. I assume... I might be wrong. But I assume that the stops are in the... I hope the stops are in the middle. It might be too small, though. Ah, darn. They're on the outside. Rats. Okay. Well, that's fine. Life goes on, I guess. Wow. So that one's pretty cool. And this one's pretty cool, too. This one's okay. It's a 4-lane road with trams in the center. But it's small. It's only 16 meters wide. But cars have to share with the trams. This is the creme de la creme of small tram roads, in my opinion. If you want there to be auto traffic involved, this is it. Look no further. It does not get any better than this. This is called the 2-lane road with tram tracks. The beauty of this is that the tram tracks are separate from the auto traffic, which is really, really good. You can have a tram stop and have cars operating separately from the trams, or like the trams won't get stuck on the cars, basically, is really the biggest benefit, probably. Just stellar. Just perfect. This has existed for years. Bad Peanut already built this. Is the thing. This has existed, but now it's built into the game. Yeah, this is good. Tram tracks separate from auto tracks, so like just separated from one another, which is really, really great. Seen crossings like that in New Orleans. Large Avenue is your favorite, so beautiful. Yeah. Golden Card, welcome. Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing good. These are all built into the game, everybody, as long as you have the right DLC, which is weird to say, but it's true. The trams just empty into traffic. That's fine, yeah. I mean, you just run a traffic light and life goes on. You have to signalize it. I have a video about tram intersections if you need. We need more ultra-wide roads with 4 lanes of trees and grass tramways. I wish that there were vanilla grass tram lanes. I really, really do. So a network just like this one, but grassy instead. So this is a tram-only road. This is just pure tram only, but you can't zone on it. You can't put buildings on it. But I wish there was a grass version of this where they just put the rails on the grass and it just looks nicer, right? No, trams and cars can mix. It's worse for the cars than the trams, if you know what I mean. A tram won't get wrecked in a collision, generally, where like a car will. Bad Peanut is streets ahead. I don't know what that means. Is there a link to your Steam Workshop? Yeah, it's in the description of the video you're watching currently. Some of the roads existed in Vanilla Plus. Yes, so this is, yep, Vanilla Plus. Vanilla Plus is arriving slowly but surely. We are getting the roads that we wanted in the game that we love so well. Like finally. I agree, but I do want to see them all like perfected. I want to see all the networks perfected before they go in the game. I just think that this is wonderful. This is a really great way. Maybe I wouldn't do it quite like this, but consider instead if you had just a regular 2-lane road, or even a 2-lane road with median. There you go. You have a 2-lane road with median, and you have a dedicated tram crossing here. Like, I think that's a pretty practical solution between one tram stop and another tram stop, and it keeps the cars out of the way of the trams, because most of the other networks don't. If you go to the trams, here's like the stock tram road. This one absolutely does not. This is the trams and the cars sit in traffic together. So anytime you can get a separate lane for each mode, I think that's exactly where you want to be. Your streets behind? My streets behind. My streets behind. I don't understand, Sammy. How do the stops work? They just get out. They just get out into traffic, I suppose. You don't have to put the stops on the road, though. Keep that in mind. Quick aside, you can always do. Well, let's imagine something real quick. Let's try and do something here. Easily enough, I think. One could do something like this. This is going to be kind of sketchy. Well, that's not exactly. With a bit of node controller and some love and some luck, you could do okay. This type of thing works for buses too, but I would strongly recommend separating your stops from the network at large, or just do it. You can send it if you want. Like, just put the stop on this network. That's fine too. But this is a great way to approach it. If I were really doing this, I would probably kind of snug that up a little bit. Oh no. What is that? when I hold shift, what is going on? So you can see the original position? That's so weird. Did something change and move it? Dottie, welcome in. You cannot pass a stopped tram. Well, that makes sense. Well, whatever. I would manipulate this until it does what I want in a way that I want it to do it. But yeah, that's totally valid. If you want to take the stops and put them off to the side. Dottie, thanks for being here. Toronto, they have stops on roads like that with cars between the trams and the sidewalk. How does that work, though? Spanish Inquisition, in your experience, does that work well? Knit1, welcome in. Thanks for being here. How do you get the high-quality tracks? Hansa, they're just built into the game as far as I can tell. I don't know if the Vanilla roads now have high-quality tracks, too. Well, I guess they do. Let's see. Yeah, the tracks look really good even on the vanilla roads. I don't know if they always looked this good texture-wise, but certainly now they look really, really great. You can widen the road for 6 square... Include a station median. Yeah, that's a good point, too. That's a very good point. It would be cool if there was a tram station-style track built into the game. There simply is not currently. But it would be really cool if there were. Be a whole lot cooler if you did. Here, let's look at this one. Large pedestrian road with tram in center, with bollards to boot. Mad bollards going on. I believe these are retractable, so police can use them, fire can use them. And then this road crosses that. I think that would be a fair, like, situation. If you wanted to make the pedestrian, the tram pedestrian road permeable for traffic, that would be a fine solution. So here's one of the crazy ones. Is this parkable too? Yeah, there's parking on the side. I don't like that there's parking personally. 6-lane road with trams on the outside with no median. If the tram lanes were dedicated, do we have this road that I'm imagining? If the tram lanes were dedicated, I'd go for it. But the tram lanes they're not dedicated in this case, and that kind of irks me a little bit. Little teeny tiny bit. Oh my god. Tram road with bike lanes. So this is the same thing without parking. So I would go for that instead. Same thing without parking. Go for it with trees if you want. That's okay. Oopsie. That's okay, but I truly wish that the that this was tram only. I really, really do. Trailblazer, welcome in. Yeah, these look really good. The intersections, the whole thing is very, very clean. In your experience, Toronto is mixed. The cars usually stop. The tram cars usually stop. Sometimes it takes a minute for traffic to clear. Yeah. Berlin has that, or Berlin rather. There's a place near me where I'm from called Berlin, New Hampshire. I'm sure originally it was Berlin, but it became Berlin because, like, dialects. Dialects are fun. This is the Vanilla Tram Road. But yeah, so trams in Berlin. You can't... it's red for cars when there's a tram stopping. That makes sense. That makes sense. Jack Fry, these are on Xbox. Yes. Free update for everybody. Can you remove the bollards? With Bob, you probably can. But I want the bollards is the thing. If I'm using this road, I would use it because it's a pedestrian situation. And what this does is it disallows cars from turning onto this road. If somebody wanted to make this right turn here, they would be disallowed. I don't actually know if that's how it works because it looks like they have the option, but here's hoping that maybe this only applies to emergency vehicles. I don't really know. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful situation there. So what were we on? Tram road with bike lanes, right? Here's a tram road, 6-lane tram road, shared with cars with bike lanes. That's fine. That's okay. Ah, these are the original tram tracks. That's why I keep gushing over how good the new ones look. So here's... Yep. There's an example right there. I like this network a lot. This looks good. The tram road with no parking, with trees instead. Oh, well, I guess there's no parking on the original either, but still. If you want to dedicate a little sidewalk space to a little tree situation, then go for it. Here are the original tracks. They look very non-HD, or just rusted, I guess, like possibly unnecessarily rusted. These are the new tracks. No rust to be found, as far as I can tell, compared to the old tracks, which are there. It kind of reminds me of the Vanilla bike lanes that look kind of smudgy. Where's the Vanilla bike road? This one. Is that not the Vanilla? Pretty sure that's the Vanilla bike road. Certainly this one. Did they fix it? Wait. That's what I'm imagining. So that texture reminds me of the dirty tram tracks, where it's like unnecessarily messy, where I don't want to use this road because it looks kind of gross. Like that texture looks gross, especially when compared to the new texture, which is on all the other bike roads, which doesn't look all gross. It's nice. It looks good. Even the 4-lane road doesn't have that gross texture on it. I don't know if they fixed that or not, but... You're thinking about setting up a new build? Yeah. Greetings from the Netherlands. Oh, Vincent, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Sure that's not something with the lighting? Your old tram... Yeah, so, yes, it is with the lighting. Check it out. Here's the Vanilla tram tracks, once again. This one here. New tram tracks look like this. Vanilla tram track, old tram tracks look good at a certain angle where the highlights are so blown out that you can't see the rust, but there is a rusty texture. So here, looking straight down at it, no lighting changes. I mean, you can see the change here. It's pretty stark, actually, right? They decided to do away with this rusty texture. It looks like dirt and leaves, actually. I don't think it's even rust. Look at that. That looks like mulch. They used the mulch texture. And now it's replaced with this very good-looking track. Because why shouldn't everything look, like, somewhat clean, right? Might as well. Q, welcome in. Good to see you, Q. The man, the myth, the legend. Looks like a reflection. Yeah, it's some kind of texture. But yeah, the old tram tracks were rusty looking and the new ones are shiny looking. Are they shiny? I think they are. They are. They do have a shine to them. But these have a shine too at the right angle. They all have a shine. This one just shines so well that it covers up the rusty texture. Ew. Yeah, no, it's definitely changed. It's definitely different. With trees, with bikes. I like this. I think we saw this one earlier. I like that. I think that's probably one of my favorite vanilla networks. Yeah. It's got it all. Except for parking, but like, I don't really want parking on my big avenues so much. So tram tracks with center median stops. Awesome. So pedestrians have a half crossing to get where they're going. Bike lane, kind of protected, kind of sorta, with dotted curbs, dashed curbs, but on the same network, so someone can bike to the tram. I think that's great. I think that is the optimal point of like multimodal meeting in one network without it being absurd. Because the bus version is a bit messy, in my opinion. As much as I like this one, I would like it even more if these were the only lanes for cars. If cars were disallowed from using the bus lane, I would like this even more, but that's not the case, right? This is free. Everything we're looking at is free right now. This comes with your game now. It's automatic. Your game just got several gigs bigger, though. I'm sorry. Bruno, this is a free update. Everyone, this is a free update that we're looking at right now. I haven't even gone into the DLC yet. Unless you want that vibe. Yeah. Yeah, then you add textures and plop some dirt on it. Yeah, right. DJ, that would be cool if road maintenance showed up. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The new roads and vehicles. I haven't even looked at the vehicles yet. I haven't even seen them. I made a video about all these roads earlier today. I haven't seen the vehicles yet. We'll have to maybe build a little something and check out what the vehicles look like. But yeah, the bottom line of this is that this is kind of out of control, where we have a bus/taxi/tram lane on the outside with no median, and they're opening their door into bikes. Like, I think this is... I think the intention was good here, but it's a little too wild. That's okay, Q. What I'm saying is the stock just went up on After Dark and Snowfall. Like, After Dark and Snowfall just became, like, real formidable options in this game. To use the trams, you need a paid DLC. Right, but it's the DLC that everyone considers compulsory at this point, where you got to have After Dark and you got to have Snowfall. Like, if you don't have After Dark, you don't have bikes anyway. If you don't have Snowfall, you don't have trams. There are still roads that that we got in the last update. You know, we got these median roads. We got these. If you don't care about using trams, you don't have that DLC anyway. If you do care about using trams, congrats, you just got access to like some of the best roads in the game. I think that is a powerhouse. I think that's perfect. The trams are on the inside, the bikes are on the outside, the cars are in the middle. You signalize everything. You may even take a bike road, cross it with a bike road. Let's see how weird this looks. That's the only bike with tram little road, I guess. Or you do it with the dedicated. This is my other favorite. So this is my favorite small tram road. This is my favorite large tram road. Because the trams are separate here. At the very least, you can separate the trams, right? Yeah, Snowfall, mass transit, After Dark. Done. Done. Those are the three like most necessary things in my opinion. If you like industry, get industries. Great. If you like green cities, get green cities. The best part of green cities, in my opinion, was the recycling center, which is a lot for... That's a lot of DLC for a single recycling center, right? Oh, actually, no. I like the assets from Recycling City, Green City. Bikes need to be protected by another median. Yeah. Ideally. You don't have Snowfall, but you have trams? Wait. Hold on. No, you need Snowfall for trams. If you play on console, a lot of them come with Snowfall and After Dark automatically installed. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Ewan, yes, the growables on Green Cities are fantastic. That's actually the best, really the best part of the whole thing, is that the recycling center is powerful, but the growables that come with the DLC, what are they called? Self-sufficient buildings, and the commercial's okay too. The organic local produce, that's okay, that's fine. But really, the self-sufficient buildings, money. Really, really great looking buildings. That's probably the best like low-rise and mid-rise pack, possibly in the game. I would mix that with mid-century modern or something. I feel like those two would go really well together. Harry's welcome in. Harry, thanks for being here. How do you get so much start money? It's called Game Anarchy. The mod is Game Anarchy, and it just gives you a bunch of money, and you can add more money whenever you want. It's pretty cool. IT Cluster is OP. I don't like how IT Cluster looks. Sorry to be a hater. Let's take a look at that for a second. It's this one. When I think of IT Cluster, I think of this. And I'm like not... all right, it's not bad. Let's compare it. Let's compare this to the new Skyscraper pack. Oh, geez. It's way smaller than this. I always think of these as huge. The IT Cluster buildings as being really, really big. Apparently not. When compared to, like, big, unique buildings. The Skyscraper pack is is contender for the best content creator pack ever put out, in my opinion. Is there another building that comes with the IT cluster? Is that really the biggest building in the IT cluster? It looks like it is. I wish there was a way to scroll through the buildings without clicking every time. So yeah, I guess that's the quintessential IT. Oh, this one too. Yep, this one is a tall IT cluster building as well, which is useful. Useful to have it around. But they're so stark compared to other buildings. But though this one is valid, I would say that this one holds up when compared to the Skyscrapers pack, which we're about to check out, by the way. That basically does it for roads, right? Did we pretty much finish off all the roads? Yeah, I think we did okay. That's pretty powerful too. 6-lane road with tram tracks. This is still tram tracks plus bike lanes. Crazy. Crazy beans. So here's what we got going on for Skyscrapers. Should I place them all? Maybe I'll place them all. It's going to run me out of money, but who cares? Money's free. They look really, really good. Putting them next to each other doesn't really do them justice. They'll look way better in context. Look at that. $3 million. What do you know? Diz, welcome in. These are the new Skyscrapers. Yeah, these are very, very good. This is possibly the most important content creator pack. Possibly. Like, there's a strong case to be made for how solid this is. Like, they all look really good. They increase the verticality of your city. They are vanilla. Like, console players will have access to these too if they buy the content creator pack, right? It's the first time other than the IT cluster where you can have any amount of skyline in your city's skylines, which is kind of insane to me, that the name of the game is City Skylines. And I love that it's traffic focused, I really do. But I think that it's a bit of a shame that it took this long to get the ability to create a skyline without mods in City Skylines. Like, it's kind of... It should have been the first content creator pack. Possibly. Am I unreasonable in that? Am I being too harsh? Also, it is a ton of buildings. Ooh, I love the footprint on that one. I love the... Oh, and there's trees in it. That's my favorite one so far. That's my favorite building. It has a good base around it. Reminds me of stuff from the workshop. Specifically, it reminds me of One Bloor. I think One Bloor is from Vancouver, but it reminds me of that asset in the workshop. Yeah, it's a ton of buildings. I've still got 2 more rows of buildings to get through, and most of them have a big cousin and a little cousin. This one has 4 levels of verticality. Most of them have at least 2, though. The more unique ones may not, but most of them have at least two variants, it seems. I'll put down 1 more road so we can kind of finish this off, and we'll scroll around and look at them. Where did I end? I guess I ended here. Yeah. Ooh, that one doesn't have a partner. Torre Manilva. But yeah, this is a really good representation of what the game can do, and I'm really glad that they're putting in extremely nice looking assets and letting content creators do it, letting like asset creators build for the game. The people who make assets for this game out of love of the game do at least as good of a job as the developers do. Arguably better. Like the Passion Project. Passion Project vibes are strong. Can I fit 2 more buildings on this? All right, got a little messy at the end, but it's okay. My lighting is kind of messy, but you get the idea. I would not set them all up like this in a city. This is not what a city looks like. This is what a city looks like to me when I was a child, and it's like, oh, draw what a city looks like. It would look like that. It would look like rectangles of different sizes. But this kind of lacked any sort of tact, obviously. But yeah, really, really great assets. My lighting is so bad. I have to solve like my visuals again. But it's okay. Excalibur, welcome in. This if you're going to buy one content creator pack, I think this is the one. Like hands down. But they should have come out with this years ago. Right? Yeah, there's a lot of them. Strongest shape. No. Feinbold said it took him only 4 months to create these buildings, which is insane. Yeah. Good. I'm glad that they entrusted it to Feinbold, and it's really a very wonderful job was done. The LODs on some of the bigger ones, like the LOD on this one, doesn't look very good to me. I'm just kind of picky though. That's just, I'm not going to pick apart the LOD. My favorites are... My front runner for favorite is this one. Somebody said it's a strong shape. I don't know what that means, but I think that's my favorite one. Because of the, like, detailed base. Like, this one has a good street level, right? Like, the street level is just way more dynamic if there's a bit of verticality with the stairs. There's some bushes. There's some trees. The built-in trees. Oh, the free trees that we got, I'm still floored about that, too. So good. No, it's a weird lot. Yeah, I don't want to be mean. He did a great job overall. This is probably my runner-up. I want to get just close enough to see what the heck's going on. Little bushes. Probably the content creator pack bushes. Mr. Mason, right? So much effort. Oh yeah, we're due for City Skylines too. I'm hoping sometime soon. I'm hoping that they're dumping the rest of their content in hopes to gather some steam to make an announcement. Let's hope that City Skylines is doing an end-of-year push for 2022, hoping that something maybe happens next year. As a fan, as a player, as a person who makes stuff for this game, I want to see the sequel come out. I have no immediate knowledge of anything one way or the other. I'm just a fan who wants to see them put out all the content they have for this game and finish it up and get it all out there and get the new players excited and get the old players excited and then charge us $60 for City Skylines 2, which I will pay gladly. Or $40, I don't know. Whatever it costs. How do you put these buildings? They're unique buildings, so you put them down like any unique building. You go to your unique buildings, like... Let's compare it to a skyscraper from the unique buildings, actually. We should be able to... I should be able to place any building. I should automatically get money, I think. Let's see. There really aren't too many, like, tall, unique buildings, huh? Where's my 3 million? There it is. So compare the new skyscrapers to... That's actually not a bad asset, I'll be honest. That's not too terrible. That's fine. That's fine. It's on par with a lot of these. Maybe not quite as good. But yeah, guys, don't forget about your unique buildings. This one's cool, but it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's a little too modernist to be legit. This one just looks silly. There are certain things that just don't look as good in a city, right? Like, they'll stand out and everyone will know. I do like the Oppression Office. I really like, because that just has that like Eastern European vibe. Just because they just did a great job designing it. But there are some other, like, more outlandish looking things. Like, I don't really need the Grand Mall in a city, personally. I don't really need that anywhere in a city. What else? These are all just built into the game, by the way. These are just... That's okay. That's kind of plausible. That's kind of all right. They're so small now. Yeah. Well, the previous tallest... Who knows what the tallest asset was built into the game prior to this? Bert, they're just for looks. They act as parks, essentially. Parks and tourist attractions. But if you use Ploppable Rico Revisited, you can... Sorry, wait. Yeah, isn't it? Ploppable Rico, you can convert them. Trailblazer, I do like the Oppression Office. I do. Here, let's see what the tallest original building was. I suspect... Oh, I haven't even seen these. Unique buildings with pedestrians. Cool. I'll check them out further later. This one's pretty big. This is like a hotel. A little bit silly, in my opinion. Like, it's cool. It's unique. It looks like the way I imagine Sim City looking or something. It doesn't look like a real place. It looks like a building from a video game. Different people will have different opinions on these things, but that to me looks like a building from a video game. The cathedral is a great asset. That's a fantastic asset to just put in your city. That's a good looking, very plausible looking cathedral. Looks like it could exist in real life. Fantastic. The arena's fine. City Hall looks really good to me. I like that a lot. Once again, it's that like Eastern European vibe. Western European vibe. All of these are really, really nice, actually. Not tall, but this entire page, the landmarks, Amsterdam Palace, quality. But what do we think the tallest Vanilla building was prior to? So that still wins. What is this one? Luxury Hotel. So Luxury Hotel is the tallest so far. For Vanilla, built into the game. This one's small, right? Yeah. That's close, actually. Dangerously close. I think it's between this and the IT cluster, but I think this is actually taller. Oh, unless one of these... Oh, yeah, there's a tower. I don't want to count this, dude. I don't want to count this. It's not a skyscraper. Gherkin is not taller than this. There's no way. It's close. The Gherkin I would count as a building, but it's not as tall as that. That's not it. That's not it. No. I can't in good conscience count like the towery things, the pointies. It's not a real skyscraper if it's a pointy, right? This one. The pointy doesn't qualify for what I'm doing. Oh, high interest tower. High interest tower wins, so that goes away. And the high interest tower looks good. I established that earlier. I do like the look of it. There's no way. This one I wouldn't count as a skyscraper either, because it's just a silly rocket ship. It's a crazy fantasy rocket ship. But yeah, I think that the high interest tower would be the tallest in the game prior to... Because these don't hold a candle to any of it. The IT cluster, which was the closest thing to a tall building prior. There we go. It's tall, but it's not like that tall. Especially when compared with the pack. So I'm going to assert that the high interest tower was probably the highest asset prior to the Skyscrapers pack, which is this. Sorry about my power and water. There isn't any. Ewan, I'll catch you later. Thanks a lot. Looks like a bullet. Looks like a bullet. The monuments can be pretty tall. Oh, the monuments. Shoot, I forgot about them. I've never unlocked them legitimately. If I have them, it's due to mods. Oh, let's see. The monuments, even compared to this, are not that tall. I do remember thinking they were pretty big at one time. The monuments are not that big. What is that? Castle of Chirpwick. My God. How little I know of such things. Like, this was probably the tallest one. For scale. Banana for scale. It's just not even close. So finally, we actually have skyscrapers in city skylines. Finally, we can produce skylines in our games at will. And they look good. They don't look like, well, like this. They don't look like a cartoon. Which, this is cool. There's validity to, like, fantasy elements in a game. Like City Skylines. Like, you can totally do... You can do whatever you want, but my sense is that most people want to build they go for a semi-realistic, or at least semi-plausible build. And to that end, I think these assets will suit most people really, really, really well. You'd like to see it rendered with Unreal? Maybe one day, yeah. They were big. I'm sorry, Haywire. I'm sorry. It's relative. It's relative. But yeah, I think that these are a solid choice, and if I could have bought this 6 years ago, I think I would have done that. Like, right when I started playing, if I could have... Like... How many threads have you seen on Reddit where they say, are there no tall buildings in this game? And then everybody has to go, no, you have to go to the workshop to get the tall buildings. Like, that was left up to the workshop for a very long time. It was a very long... Many years of people saying, why can't I build tall buildings in Skyline? Why can't I build a skyline in City Skylines? Like, people are out here zoning high-density buildings. And the best that they're doing with, like, a high-density residential is something like this. Like, when you're capped out... Let's look at all the 4x4 high-density residential. This is all vanilla. You've capped out your whole thing. Is there a way to skip to level 5? This is level 5. Your whole area has buildings no taller than this one everywhere, and you've maxed out. You've done your absolute best and played the game perfectly. You could still only build zoned buildings that high. Like, I guess the IT cluster is the tallest zoned building. But yeah, it's I'm really glad that they put this together. I'm really glad that that Paradox and Colossal Order, like, partnered with asset creators and, like, really made this happen. Really, really good. Excalibur, I don't actually know. Excalibur asked if it's related to helicopters / planes max height. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. 8 levels of growth. Yeah. Marinette, welcome in. Do I have real pop for the capacity of the skyscrapers? I do. Yeah, let's see what... let's pick a fairly big one. Let's pick my favorite one, actually. Let's see what this one converts to. If I convert this... The National Trade Center. Add local. Residential, high density. Let's assume it's level 5. Only 77, which is interesting to me. That seems very, very low. 212 meters. And there's only 79 families living in it. What happened to realistic population? Do I not have realistic population? Oh, there it is. So I would override it. I would override the stuff. Population density. US high rise. Save and apply. $1,000 households. That makes a little more sense. I would do something like that. I would assume that there's at least 1,000 families living there, right? Yeah, 79 is crazy. 79 is more like if everybody owned a floor of this skyscraper, then you'd have 79. I think there's very few real big bastions left of things that I want to see the devs, like, do. Asymmetrical roads are important to me, so I really want to see asymmetrical roads. Let me see. I'm going to try to put all this back the way it was. Default. Yep, whatever. That's fine. Just remove all the stuff. So next time I load this, it goes back to normal. Asymmetrical roads, and also I think mixed use. Yeah, the new roads are free. The skyscrapers are not. Skyscrapers are a paid content creator pack. I'm going to fix the lighting. They've been blown out for too long. The brights. Maybe about there. A little more comfortable on the eyes. All right, what was I talking about? I want to see asymmetrical roads, and I want to see mixed use. So what I really, 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 really want to see is the ability to designate a single building as two different things. So not just mixed use zoning, but I want to see, even if it's just within ploppable Rico, I want to be able to make some amount of this commercial, some amount of this offices, and then some amount of this residential. I don't have to know which floors are which. I want 10% of the building to be commercial. I want 20% to be offices, and I want the rest to be residential or whatever. I want commercial on the ground floor and the rest to be offices or residential. Everywhere. Everywhere all the time. I want that's just my sincere wish list, and I know I'm not the only one. But these do look good. These do look good. Even if it was with a mod, I would accept that. If I could, if with a mod I could make stuff mixed use by forcing it to be mixed use, I would love that. Tried playing with your mod list and got 4 FPS when zoomed in, 80 when zoomed out. Usually 50 when zoomed in. Some mod is screwing things up. Sofa, I would troubleshoot that because like I'm using my mod list and I'm getting very high frame rate everywhere. All the time. Bada boom. So I don't even know where to begin with troubleshooting that. Have I tried service blocks? No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Karsten, it really, I'll be honest, it sucks having to put a commercial block inside of the bottom floor of every one of these buildings. It's really, really, really hard to keep track of. Because then you have to see which buildings you've put service blocks in by going in and looking, and if you ever forget to like put a block in, the functionality is reduced. I just want to be able to designate how many jobs each building holds and how many residents or offices it holds. That's it. That's it. Love the color of your water. Oh, thanks. That's built into the map theme. I said it at the beginning of the stream. I forget which map theme I'm using, but it's not mixed or anything. It's just a single map theme. It's very good. Yeah, service blocks in the building. I made a video about that. I just think it's not feasible to do an entire city that way. I could detail an area that way by putting service blocks in it, and that would be fine, but I don't want to go around and put block services in every single building. It's like really... It's a lot to keep track of. It's a lot to keep track of. Mixed use feels like cheating. They don't commute. It doesn't contribute to traffic. Correct, Doc Blaze. Yeah, but it's not cheating though. That's how you do it in real life. You make high density mixed use, and ideally transit oriented too. Like you throw all these things in a pot, and you get what you get. Real Pop should be able to do that. Yeah, it's not currently, unfortunately. Real Pop can't split zonings. But yeah, Doc Blaze, I want that. I want that in-game. Make extremely high-density areas that are mixed use. And then put a tram in the middle of it. It's beautiful. Fanboy, welcome in. Hit a wall at 70 pop. Oh, no. It would be cool if the present demand determined what percentage of the building was commercial versus residential. Right. Except generally in big cities, with buildings like this, let's imagine... I don't know how many of these are New York. Probably none of them. Maybe some of them. I don't know. But generally the first floor, if it looks a certain way, if it looks like it's commercial, like these buildings probably would be commercial on the ground floor. I don't actually know. These are all real buildings, so you can check yourself what type of thing they are. But usually there's storefronts going along the bottom at street level. There's storefronts, there's restaurants, shops, services, things. That's the commercial that I'm talking about, is ground floor, just the ground floor, and maybe a floor above can be dedicated to commercial. That type of thing. Like, these would be great candidates for that. There could be stores and stuff on the bottom of these. As is popular in cities around the world, the ground level of a building will not be residential. It'll be commercial. It'll be a storefront. It'll be a service. It'll be something like that. There should be a spectrum slider. Yeah. That would be great. That would be really, really great. Reviewing the skyscrapers. Yeah, the skyscrapers and the new roads. We already did the roads earlier, but I'm just gushing about the skyscrapers because this is like, people talk about game changers. This is like a real game changer where this will actually change how people play. And those of us who have trouble curating good libraries of assets, like, I'm guilty of this. I curating big buildings, curating packs of any kind is really difficult on the workshop, in my opinion. You can spend the amount of time it takes to have a gameplay session in the workshop and still not finish your mission. It's a whole game all its own. Not everyone wants to play that game. Some people just wish there were a bunch of nice tall buildings built into the game. And in that way, this is the perfect answer to that. This is the perfect, like, for those of us who don't want to curate massive lists of skyscrapers every time we start a new city, these will be fantastic options. Greg, thank you. Guys, Greg just hooked up 5 of you. I should have alerts going off, but they're not. I don't really know why. Oh, there they are. Good stuff. Sean, Alex, David, Kraken, Dobby. Guys, enjoy your emotes. A bunch of emotes just got given out. Asymmetrical bike lane, no included in this patch. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Low density office and high density office building, that would be cool. That would be really, really cool, actually. Yes. I usually stream much, much longer. I'm probably going to call it tonight. But I hope this was good. I have a video tomorrow talking about a lot of the stuff we talked about today, but new video comes out tomorrow. It's kind of a bite-sized look at the skyscrapers. It's a bite-sized look at the roads. Just an overview. Feel free to check that out. You know, thank you for the support. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you. The Korea pack too. Holy cow. Yeah. Oh, well, should I go over that too? I do have it. It's cool. It is cool. There. So at the bottom here, there's a big building. It doesn't match with the other buildings very well, but that's okay. That's the big Korea building. It's good. It's still valid, but it's not as nice of a skyscraper as the skyscraper pack, in my opinion. There's some other unique buildings, some extremely unique buildings, like this. What even is this? Korean food alley. Sick. It even says food alley over there, so it comes with props, clearly. Nice little park. Looks like the pedestrians plaza area. The main thing that I want to see from the Korean pack, though, is the zoning. What do I have to do that? Here we go. Growables, all. What I really wish that we had, what we need now is mid-rise zoning. Some sort of mid-rise. Or I guess the high-density residential is mid-rise, isn't it? Relative to these buildings, the high-density zoning, like high-density residential, high-density commercial, and offices, I think that they equate to mid-rise relative to the size of the skyscrapers, which we now have. Here, let's delete like a row of buildings so we have fewer triangles on screen. Pro tip, you can hold down enter. Things go really, really fast. Yeah, I think these are extremely valid as a replacement to the vanilla zoned buildings. That's where this is going to shine. Like, these look way better than the commercial, vanilla commercial areas. That's a corner building. Gotta be. Those look the same. Oh, different depth. Different depth. Yeah, curating these packs is really difficult on your own. That's beautiful. I love this. I love like the brick buildings. Anytime brick buildings can go in the game, I'm all for it. Can we get a brick skyscraper? Can somebody who understands architecture and engineering tell me why that's a bad idea? Brick skyscraper, please and thank you. What happened? Calvin, thank you. I appreciate it. Calvin, thanks for subscribing. Welcome in. I feel like the notifications weren't working for half the stream. I'm sorry for that. Very interesting. So that's residential. What are the... All right, there's no high-density residential. It's all low-density residential for this. And these are all low-density residential. There's no low-density commercial because it's all high-density commercial in the Korean pack. There are no offices. So it's just high-density commercial and low-density residential. It's still my favorite. Like any of the brick buildings. But yeah, so what do I got to do to get a brick skyscraper around here? Come on. It's just more bricks than anyone's willing to stack. Not a good reason. Maybe bricks at the bottom can't take the weight that would get crushed. Not a good reason. We're doing it. Chat, we're gonna build a brick skyscraper. You and me. You and me together. We're all in on this, aren't we? Carolyn, welcome in. Requires steel framing. You can still have steel framing. Put the bricks on the outside. They're non-load bearing bricks. They're not for load. They're just bricks. Be rich, probably, yeah. Brick is a structural material, limits you to 10 to 12 stories. Not today. I'm just belligerent, that's all. Everyone, I'm going to call it. This has been beautiful. You're beautiful. Enjoy the new content. Enjoy the new roads. Specifically, the roads are crazy. Get After Dark. And After Dark and Snowfall have just become super important, in my opinion. Oh, you can see more. Oh, you can do specific content creator packs. I see, Q. I see. I thought there was a way to do it, but I forgot. Bricks are strong. Have you ever been hit by a brick? They're incredibly strong. Scientifically, I was hit by a brick. Rudolph, thank you. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, enjoy all the new stuff, guys. It's a really good time to be a City Skylines player. It's a good time to be a City Skylines creator. It's a good time to work for the companies that make City Skylines, I think. Rudolph, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy the new roads. Get Snowfall and After Dark if you don't already have it. I also recommend the Skyscrapers pack, like, a lot. Like, really, the Skyscrapers are beautiful. The Korean pack is good. It's a good addition. I'm going to be leaning very heavily on the Skyscrapers pack in the future, I foresee. That's all I got. Everyone, I appreciate it. New video comes out tomorrow. That's all I got. Have a good night.